Okay, shall we move on to the
Okay.
some of the other objects? Which one would you like to?
I'd like to look at the calabash, if I may.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's so functional and utilitarian, but it's an object of beauty, in my opinion. I mean, look at the decoration, just fantastic. This amused me. It looks a bit like an alien. And there are animals. There's a tortoise, a snake, bird, there's some mammal here, maybe a possum, I don't know, and crocodile, and foliage, flowers. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's again, this attracted me because it's an everyday object, and I have similar vessels in my kitchen. They're not as beautiful as this, they're not as nicely decorated as this, but it's functional, and yet look at the, this must have taken so long. Again, to me, that represents a prosperous society. I mean, if you have time to do this, to decorate a calabash like this, then you must have leisure time. And I find that very interesting. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. I've found out a lot more about it recently, about the multiple uses that calabashes seem to have.
Maybe
yeah,
mainly for fetching water, is that right?
Well, for all kinds
for all
of things,
kinds
for
of
food,
okay.
and but as you say, all very for lots of domestic kind of uses, really. Mainly for use with food, but apparently people use it even to put presents in to give people as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a wrapping paper or a basket. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I like it. Love it.
I mean, when you're thinking of your own kitchen or your own domestic chores that you might have to do, is there a relationship between something like that and the design in particular, compared to objects that you're familiar with? Again, I'm trying to refer back again to the relationship which you've mentioned about different folk cultures, and the idea that a lot of people have that African culture is quite unusual and alien.
I don't think it is alien, because these animals are present in, I mean, the actual depictions of these animals are present in so many different cultures, ancient and modern, and also, I mean, when you look at the foliage and the flowers, I mean, it's just it's something that anybody would actually, I guess it's quite easy to carve. It's a shape. I mean, anybody can actually carve the shape of a leaf. It's very very simple. So I don't find it alien. I find it quite normal, really.
Okay. I mean, what you've said is perhaps quite normal in one sense. I find it interesting just because, as you say, the symbolism is universal, isn't it? Really, it's certain
absolutely,
kinds of animals, birds, trees, foliage, and yet, there is a certain sense in which it's distinctively African. On the other hand, it is very universal, isn't it?
I think so.
As well,
yes.
Yeah. They're all things that we all can relate to. There's a human being, which is a body, hands, and a head, and again we've got a few other. The hands emerging, which you mentioned is quite a universal symbol as well.
Yes.
People use, images of hands. So again, the more and more I hear you talk about things and how the normal, if you feel like how normal the kind of symbolism is, the more surprising it becomes, the idea that this is a strange culture and a very alien culture that we're talking about, because the resonances are quite universal.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, these are patterns found in lots of different cultures. And again, I think it's important to, when looking at an object from a culture which is far away from maybe our own European culture, we should look at similarities. That's the way to do, that's what we should do, if we want to kind of understand and appreciate the actual meaning of art. I mean, this is an everyday object, but it's also something. I mean, it is art, isn't it? Absolutely. Yeah. And of the highest order, I dare say, because he was carved in such a beautiful way.
I mean, within the West, what kind would this be labelled? Naive art or folk art?
I guess so. Yes.
Or Western categorisations.
Yeah, I think so. But it would be maybe labelled as folk, yes. But it's, again, there's folk art in every culture. Yeah. So, and the similarities are there.
Okay.
Thank you.